let's go look at my knives real fast.
Zach's gonna stab someone.
That's going in the episode, right? That background bit.
If I edit this, then yes, it will.
Oh.
Do you not know what knives I own? What the fuck?
Now there's a man who studied the blade.
Yeah. Come back. We're because this is all audio. We're not gonna see the bloody hands and the severed head that he has in one hand.
All right, I'm back. What's up?
Oh, nothing. Zach just asked someone. I'm assuming it was Ashley. Do you not know what knives I own? And then I was like, "Here, let me go show you my knives." And it's like, Zach.
I want closure on that. Like, I want more detail.
It's wild because as many y'alls as I drop, and as much as I am all Lone Star, Whataburger, blah blah blah, I will never be as Texan as how do you not know what knives I have?
Texas, you fucking people! I swear to God, you ruin it for the rest of us.
I know. I fucking relish that.
That's just the thing, and them over there in Texas, they're gonna feel.
It's like you're an entire state of carpetbaggers, but you were born there.
Yep. I mean, shit. I'm from Dallas. Like that makes me the carpetbaggerest of the baggers. Fuck.
It's actually.
It's great. I love it. I'm handsome as hell, and my 10 gallons huge.
Would you step out from behind that belt buckle? I can't really hear you.
Only two things come from Texas: steers and queers. I don't have any horns on me.
I know. I'm old enough to remember Full Metal Jacket. I know.
No, I unironically, I need to use that as a come on in the future. I think that's the way to go. Just reclaim the phrase. Two things come from Texas.
Steers and queers.
Yeah, which I was actually that. Idea struck me out of nowhere the other day, and I was like, all right, what's the etymology of this, right? Like, where does this come from? It was also in An Officer and a Gentleman, but it was Oklahoma in that one, which it's like, I don't really know if Oklahoma deserves this. Oklahoma hasn't earned it,
Right. They haven't earned anything.
What do you mean, North Texas? I'm not following.
Yeah, North Texas, exactly.
Yeah.
The Texas Annex really is.
The Texas Annex, yeah. As we say here in Texas, the thing that sucks so hard it prevents us from floating out into the Gulf. Which, when Texas knows a place sucks, I mean, come on.
I mean, they're really.
I'm from Georgia. Y'all are all Yankees. Y'all are all Yankees to me.
Oh God.
If you're too far north or too far west, you're a Yankee. Yeah.
Do you consider Virginia the South?
You mean the Mid-Atlantic?
Okay, good.
There you go. Get
this
ass.
this.
Look, my fucking girlfriend is a Virginia native, and like, she gets on my fucking, she gets mad at me for like picking on her, but I swear to you, man, she has a fucking Maryland accent. She says on, with 4 syllables.
What is she, Kennedy? Goddamn! Wow.
I'm saying, like, you might as well be from Boston. What do you pack your car?
Damn.
Hammering a sign into the ground that says Zach's Ranch, even though it's into the front door of my apartment building.
Yeah. El Rancho de Zach.
Exactly.
You have like it is still spelled in Spanish, but you do have to pronounce it that way.
There's a fucking tilde over the N for some reason.
Yeah, I have the tilde over the N.
Mm-hmm.
El Rancho de Zach. It's for that long N.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be. El Rancho de Zach.
Perfect. The first person I'm banning from my ranch is Benjamin Dixon.
Why is this?
I still have no fucking clue who this dude is.
Yeah. So as we kind of talked in the to kind of expose you, dear listener, to ourselves.
Benjamin Dixon's from Georgia, so you maybe.
No, that's true. Everyone in Georgia does know everyone else from Georgia. That is.
Yeah, it's not that it's a gigantic state.
I am personal friends with David Cross.
Yeah.
Good.
You guys were telling us before the episode that you knew a little more than us about Benjamin Dixon's Twitter meltdown. Apparently, I believe is the words that were used. So enlighten us. Let us
Well,
bask in this.
So this all stems from Jimmy Dore going on a weird rant against AOC, very much specifically pointing her out, and because he has a tendency to only point out women of color. I don't know why. It's a mystery to me.
Pretty
Uh,
whack.
yeah, couldn't be any ulterior motives there. But
Mhm.
and this is the whole idea whether or not to force the vote of a Medicare for all. In some respects, it makes sense to me to force the vote. In other respects, it's like it's really not that strategic because we're going to have a new
Mhm.
Congress very soon, and pretty much anyone could say that they support Medicare for all, and then if they don't get reelected, it doesn't matter. They look like heroes,
Yeah,
even
there
if
you
they
go.
don't support it. So it really does. It's a lose-lose situation. Kyle Kalinske and Jimmy Dore have been saying, "Well, then we'll see who's really with us and who's against us." And it's like you both don't have any idea how like strategy or theory or anything works here. Um, so I've kind of been of two minds of it, but Benjamin Dixon went to bat for AOC, and for the most part, it was perfectly fine. I don't think that there was anything wrong with that. But then he just got really like Twitter brainy about it. He was definitely drunk when he was on Sam Cedar's show
Oh
talking
yeah,
about it, and then he got even more
dudes
drunk
rock.
afterwards.
Dudes rock indeed.
Uh-huh. And then it's like then he was like pointing like he was like getting like angry at Brianna Joy Gray, who worked on the Sanders campaign and now no longer is associated with him, of course. Uh,
Mhm.
but because Brianna Joy Gray was saying that it might be somewhat strategic to have a vote, but she wasn't saying that directly when she was on Katie Halper's show. But she's saying ultimately it might be a good thing to do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
really
mean,
did.
'cause- I mean, fuck. At least show perfunctory support for
Right.
the idea the idea that the notion of Medicare for all might be a good thing.
Right, but Brianna Joy Gray also was kind of charitable and not only pointing out AOC. There were other Democrats who might have like this actually been like directed at. Again, it Jimmy Dore has a thing about uh pointing out women of color, and that's it.
Mhm.
Um, but then Benjamin Dixon kind of like he like called out Brianna Joy Gray and then like went on a weird Twitter rant again. I think he was just drunk that day.
Which
'Cause
again,
he
king. Honestly,
This whole week.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all follow any of the Nvidia stuff, tech, YouTube stuff,
we
but
don't continue.
I don't.
okay, well, Nvidia also pulled one of
Nerd.
these. Their marketing manager like cut off a big YouTube channel, and every other YouTube channel got up in arms about it, and they literally had to
See,
write a letter that was like, "Yeah, sorry, quarantine was really getting to me."
Right. No, actually, I do think I remember hearing about this. It's like, hey, we get it. We're very close to the end of this year, and it's been a shit show.
Yeah.
So Benjamin Dixon, I don't agree with him. He also said something really cringy. I think the quote was on when he was on Sam Cedar's show was like he said that Jimmy Dore is selling a podcast, we're selling a revolution. I was like, no, don't
Oh no.
like get your
Through
words straight.
Skillshare, of course, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The thing is like there are many different ways to get to revolution. I don't think that it's necessarily a good thing to alienate people in Congress who are at least left leaning.
Yeah, just I mean, fuck. I say it every day of my life when I wake up in the morning. I wake up and just scream it at the top of my lungs. The long term way to build any sort of left movement is just fucking be normal for 5 goddamn seconds. Don't be a fucking
I mean,
like
because
goddamn, just be normal.
this
Be
because
fucking
No,
normal.
because I am of two minds about it, because I think there is like legitimate merit to this like argument that like I think I think it's like fucking super silly to say like, oh, AOC is like this neoliberal agent who's deliberately part of a conspiracy to undermine, like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
that. That's no. But at the same time, like, Yes, there is a thing that a real thing that like when you get into the halls of power, the moral compromises kind of outweigh your actual ability to make change. But then you also have these people who are just like, they're really just kind of in it for like to be like more radical than thou, like.
Mhm.
More
Like they're
online.
just like waiting, yeah. They're just like waiting to be like, oh, see, she's not real. Oh, nope, I got her. I called it. Like,
Well, and
come on.
Yeah.
the thing is
Yeah.
with Door is like he's just antagonistic. He's been on
Yeah.
TYT and basically got kicked off of there. And he's just been he was at some point saying that Bernie's not Bernie's not the one that progressives should be voting for. It should be Tulsi Gabbard. Also,
Oh my god.
Tulsi Gabbard came on my show and not Bernie Sanders. So he also recently
Well, that's
just bought a
interesting.
two.
Fuck.
Simp.
Oh my god. Now
Yeah.
that Tulsi's like on her way out, the mask is coming off, dude.
Yeah, now
Right.
that Tulsi's like a fucking transphobe and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, she even like put in a bill like a fucking like a quasi pro-life shit. Like, you can't like abort babies that might feel pain or shit. Like,
Oh
fuck,
man,
I'll eat
you
the
know
shit
what?
out of those babies. Fuck those
Oh
babies.
yeah, exactly. I'll only
Just-
abort babies
How-
that can feel. Fuck you, Tulsi.
The fucking more adrenochrome, the better. See, I made an
Yeah.
adrenochrome joke. I knew I was gonna get there.
and then
What?
and then Door also while saying that AOC is a grifter and he's
Yeah.
revolutionary, he's the one who's the revolutionary. Just bought a $2 million apartment in Los Angeles, which is not. It's not it's definitely not the best house. I know LA can get expensive, but you can get a pretty nice house in LA for $2 million. So it's like he's throwing stones in a $2 million glass house in Los Angeles. And he's just really vitriolic, and I don't think that he's very positive. Like he gets his fans into nihilism, which isn't good because communism and progressive values should be based in optimism. Even
Should
Marx
be
said
based. I
so.
agree. Yeah.
Should be based in
No,
optimism.
yeah, but no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, you want to have a positive, like, hey, here's what we can change for the future. Not, yeah, I guess everything's kind of fucked, so let's just kick rocks until the sun burns out or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
there's the last vestiges of my college self that wants to like be like, well, actually, nihilism is not necessarily sin, but I kind of want to kick that version of me's ass too.
Throw him in a locker. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not wrong, but he is a tool.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
fucking nothing
Yeah.
matters. So let's go for it. Like, let's fucking, let's make some shit happen.
There is kind of that side to nihilism that like it's not necessarily about nothing matters. Sometimes it's just about like you don't have to be tied to a higher cosmic sense of morale. But like at the same time,
Yeah.
a lot of people get attached to it just for the edginess.
The fucking Rick and
Right.
Morty
Yeah.
ass. Yeah.
Also-
Like
Also, I'm not saying don't push your politicians to do things that you want them to do. Please, absolutely 100% push your representatives to do that. Just
Yeah.
don't go on weird
Be normal. I'm telling
be,
you.
be normal about how you could be even be angry, but don't be I don't know. If you watch the clip of Jimmy Dore screaming, he's like a fucking freak. He's
Yeah.
so it's very much like when you see old guys who are told to wear masks in the grocery store. That's how angry he got. He was
Yeah,
personally
dude's
hurt.
getting kicked out of fucking Alaskan Walmart's vibes.
He's
Yeah.
channeling the Alex Jones thing. He figures if you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah.
Also, he's not funny. He's never been funny. He's just not funny.
Alex Jones,
He's-
I can forgive Alex Jones. Alex Jones is funny.
Alex
Jimmy
Jones has
Dore-
always been funny.
Yeah.
Come on.
Alex
I
Jones
really
has
hope-
always been hilarious.
Now that I live in Austin, that I run into him, I think that'll really top off my fucking Maslownian pyramid of needs.
And then you
Yeah,
can just
the kinkiest thing me and my girl do is we shout Alex Jones quotes at each other. It's pretty great.
Chemicals in the water. The dog's gay.
I have red blood. My heart is pumping. I'm a human, and I'm coming.
Holy shit!
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode from the Psychic Dolphin Garage. I'm Zach.
Why'd you say that like so fucking like tired, man? I know it's been
Because-
2020 all year, but fuck.
Because I am tired.
I'm Bo. Hi, tired. I'm Bo.
If you would leave the dad jokes to me, I would actually appreciate that.
All right, fine. Don't wanna step on your toes here.
And,
Who else is
and
here?
I'm Dennis.
Is
Dennis, lovely to have you here today, Dennis. We also have a guest with us today. We have our fellow shitposter, very online fiend, Jay. How are you doing today?
I'm doing.
Yeah, it's going.
I think that's about it
Yeah,
for all of us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, woohoo, we got a stimulus checks 37 months too late.
So,
Mhm.
question, because I mean, I'm no financialier. Stimulus check. That means I gotta buy a vibrator with it, right?
You buy what?
I gotta buy a vibrator with it because it's the stimulus check.
Oh, yeah.
Stimulate.
Can you even get a good one for 600 though? I mean, if you're
I mean,
really like,
I mean, no,
yeah.
you could get a machine that fucks you.
No,
For like about
no, I mean not a good one though.
yeah,
Not
like,
one that's worth it. Like,
it'll do the job. It'll break down like a month. It's like a fucking Apple thing. As soon as they put out a new update, it's like, oh, we made the fucking dick wigglier. Then the old one starts breaking down. It's classic.
see, that's what y'all get for buying Apple products. So that's on you.
I mean, look, the iCock was revolutionary when it first came out. Now that we're on the iCock 5, it's kind of, I don't know.
It's just the empty sameness that you get from having to go out and find your cock on Tinder or Grindr or whatever.
Let's just say I wouldn't go so far as to call it half-hearted. It's definitely not whole hog. I'll say that.
Oh, so we're back on Cyberpunk now. Okay, I got you.
Cyberpunk already, because this fucking game and all its trifles can't escape my dumb brain.
I am never going to make a moral judgment about anybody again for the rest of my life, except on the basis of their Cyberpunk hogs.
Oh fuck!
I mean, honestly, I feel like we've been at worse places in history than this. So.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So.
I'll trade.
I'll trade.
Yeah.
Put me in like the weeks right after 9/11. I wanna just like vibe there as my current self. If that's
right. Oh my god, that is how fucking young you people are. You don't like actively remember.
I mean, I saw it happen on the TV, but like I wasn't like there or capable of processing.
Let me were y'all even in high school yet?
No, I was in grade school. Yeah.
Oh my Jesus, goddamn. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was.
Holy
11.
shit! I'm the oldest person on this call, aren't I?
You're the oldest person on the internet, apparently. Fuck.
God.
See, I mean, I appreciate you being here though, because I usually end up getting called a boomer because I'm 30. So I really do.
Okay.
It's not because Dennis is 30. It's because Dennis is a boomer. There's a distinction there.
You could be 70, and like if you're talking about like things are based and Fortnite, it's like, oh yeah, buddy, do your thing. Yes.
Sorry that I don't.
I believe this is what the kids call rad.
Yeah, rad works. Yeah. Wait, are you saying rad ironically or sincerely though, or post ironically?
I genuinely have no fucking clue.
That's the thing. Anything said sincerely, it's like, no, you're fake. You feel feelings? Come on, buddy. You're not one of us.
I'm just old enough to remember when deliberate irony became a thing, and like that
now we have no option anymore. It's you can't opt out.
Vintage.
Terrible.
Yeah, vintage irony is no longer acceptable here. We do not trade in that currency.
Fucking people don't even understand. Your joints are gonna fail. You're gonna get fat. Fuck you, man.
That's been.
I'm already fat.
I don't feel like
I used to weigh 160 pounds, you son of a bitch. I was gorgeous.
Yeah, well,
it's gone.
I used to weigh that too, but I was like 5'4", so I was always fat.
Well, Dennis, time is rolling on, and not much has changed. The same way that the news cycle seems to keep moving on, but nothing has really changed. This week we're gonna get to talk about another RussiaGate, the third one this year,
Well,
fifth one this
Uh,
year.
The thing is, how could anything have changed considering it is still, early March of 2020? That's where we are, right? That's
all I know is whatever party lost was hacked by Russia.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time, without fail.
No.
And of course, this time it was the Republicans that were hacked by Russia. But
No.
Oh my God, y'all aren't even old enough to remember when Russia hacked Al Gore. Holy shit.
oh god, no. The only thing I know about Al Gore is that he had the election stolen from him by the Supreme Court, and that's all I really need to know.
Right, the Russian Supreme
Yeah.
Court, right.
Oh, the Russians. Oh no.
I was gonna say, yeah. What the fuck did they hack back then? His fucking the telegraph machine? Come on.
Right, yeah.
The carrier pigeon.
Yeah,
Y'all the Russian carpetbaggers in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a hold of his fucking bicycle with a big front wheel. Fuck you. What are you talking about? Come on.
All right, calm down.
I'm all riled up in my millennial ignorance of anything pre a couple hours ago.
Yeah. We do have to remember that you have like severe ADHD. So
You kids with your ADDs and your Pokemans and your
Yep.
fucking Walkman CDs and
Walkman CD.
I mean, all the Pokemon drama is also really big, but I don't suppose you know who
No, don't
Pokemon
even-
is.
holy
Don't
shit.
start on
There
Pokemon.
were. I actually am old enough to remember before CDs, and it's really fucking me up right now.
I'm not that like.
Like
I'm
I
not
had a
that
tape
young.
deck. I listened to a bunch of books on literal tape.
Yeah,
I'm the only person here who was born in the 80s, aren't I?
Yeah.
I was born in '90.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Wow.
Just missed the cutoff. Well,
Well, if you adjust for inflation,
Well, I remember how things were done in the Reagan years.
poorly. That's the answer to that.
Yeah.
Oh no, they did it very well. They did it exactly as they intended to do.
God.
We're still waiting for that trickle down.
Any day now.
Jesus.
Any
sure.
day now.
Any day now.
Well,
Oh, it trickles, all right.
to bring it back to this today's
Let's talk
RussiaGate.
about what old Ivan is up to. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What
there.
about Ayatollah Khomeini? Yeah.
There is there literally is like another RussiaGate, but this time it's real. It's real. It's happened to us in America. This is reality. We have to confront it. We have to get Joe Biden to condemn Russia in the strongest terms possible, and it'll all be solved. But there has been a hack of a bunch of small government offices. I believe the first office that discovered the hack was a government office in Arizona,
Mhm.
Gross.
where they discovered.
Terrible state.
Well,
Yep.
yes.
We're gonna bleep Arizona, right?
It's in Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. 90% of this podcast engagement is talking shit about specific states.
Yeah, we're gonna have an Arizona in the title of this episode so that people know that we're talking shit
All,
about
all
them.
those fucking desert nerds click on it, and it's like, oh, blah, my fucking capital city is named after big fucking bird, blah. That's what they sound. That's that accent from Arizona.
That's
Got it.
bravo.
Accurate, yeah.
What a
That's
well
good
done.
accent.
How John McCain's
Flawless. Yeah.
Christ. They broke into the computers in an Arizona county. They
Not the
hacked them.
Fuck.
They also accessed the records of Cox Communications.
Oh, I have them. That's great. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah.
Check your social, Jay, if you get a shot.
Dude, my identity ain't worth shit, man. Come on.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the fucking way I've felt about a lot of stuff lately is like, yeah, steal my identity. You'll be worse off for it,
Dude, you steal my identity, your net worth is gonna go down.
You see how my identity has been working out for me, buddy? You can have it. Fuck.
I'm literally the only white dude who can move into a neighborhood and lower property values.
Yeah. So Cox Communications, they've lost all your info now. Russia has it.
Oh,
And
thank God.
they'll be activating you as part of their as part of their secret sleeper agents soon. So it'll all be over. You don't have to worry about won't have to worry about it much longer.
No.
Hacked that.
As a millennial, I embrace death. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, they've done this through a tool, which maybe some of you know what the tool is because you're in tech. It's SolarWinds, which is sold as like a network information and security tool. It like talks to all the devices in big business networks and like lists all the computers and lets you do all sorts of automated shit. It's a very widely used tool, and apparently, from what I understand, this malicious hack was initiated via an update that was sent out. That was sent out to everybody that owned this tool.
That
And-
owns.
Yeah, so it means that there was literally somebody on the inside at one of these offices that
Yeah, so a dude in a fucking Ushanka walked up to him while he was tip-tapping away at his keyboard and was like, "Hey, you want to make $50? Here you go, friend." And he just passed him fucking
a USB.
a slick 50 and yeah, a USB, and fucking there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know my friend President Grant? And then that worked because hackers are good at what they do.
Yeah,
That's how that works, right? I've seen movies.
yeah, that's how hacking works.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a,
what
So
the
you
movie
just like
Hackers
slam the
is.
keyboard, right?
Yeah, you just fucking like tick 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 edit in the key smashing that I'm
Oh
not doing.
shit! They're putting up another firewall. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to break through the mainframe.
/file/home/firewall.conf.
Just write tick 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 tick.
That sounds completely legitimate to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it works.
That's
That's
all,
how
it's,
it
you know,
goes.
I'm only running half baked over here.
Yeah,
But
Oh my God, I wish I had.
the other half being Adderall.
well, I wish. It's just so much caffeine. My heart is going to explode live on a podcast episode one day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So it's apparently some of the less U.S. propaganda centric news organizations have written this paragraph as suspected Russian hackers.
Alleged, as you're supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of them have just said Russia has hacked the United States, and President Trump has brushed it off. So they're off doing their war hawk thing again, where they're trying to
Chin up fucking opposition to yeah.
Yeah, Russia
Yeah.
bad. Why is Russia bad? Because they hacked us, obviously. Like, if you were bad, you wouldn't hack us. If you weren't bad, you wouldn't hack us. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Well, if anyone in Russia does a thing, Russia does the thing, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
If
Countries
all
are just like a
happens.
single conglomerate of all the people in that.
It's one dude somewhere in Siberia, fucking swilling borscht and homebrewing vodka. He's got a pet bear, and that's the whole country. That's the entire country.
Okay, that one TikTok account where it's the very Russian dude that's swimming in just a frozen lake
Yeah.
and then swigging vodka as he's swimming in this frozen lake, and then says
fucking
welcome to Russia. Like that is just what life is like for everyone there all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little big.
Right.
setup.
It's Eurasian Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eurasian Canada. I mean, that is both 100% like accurate geographically and also culturally. So,
Yep.
um,
Yeah. This
I
shit.
can't focus a single hole in it. So. Yeah.
It really all smacks to me of like. I mean, fuck, man. This is so out of my depth. Like, who cares?
I mean, it's kind of cool, like the idea that they had like an agent come in and get a job at Oracle Sun and like build a tool into the into their into an update that opened this
sorry,
back door
Zach,
for them.
I believe I was gonna say, believe it's called a backdoor.
It's a black hat hacker doing backdoors on your system.
Yeah, doing backdoors on your system. Yeah, getting your at least it's
God
your system
damn.
getting backdoored, not your mom, like it was.
I was gonna say, I can't wait for quarantine to be over.
Oh,
so people
shit.
can
Yeah,
backdoor.
mom.
Mom.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I too am a man of culture.
Please, the United States begged, will you please just go back to backdooring our mom? We're so tired of our cybersecurity teams getting absolutely blown the fuck out.
Oh God. No, yeah, like I don't know, man. Also, as far as like Trump being like, you know,
Trump is taking your position, Bo. Trump has basically said like, who cares?
honestly, you know, I have no love for the man for many reasons, but I get it. You know, fucking, you put your 2 weeks in, you just ride the rest of it out. You don't fucking do anything, and you know that I would say is one of the few humanizing aspects of his presidency. You know, other than like all the like stochastic terrorism he's still doing, so that's not great. Like, you know,
I am very much looking forward to January.
when I say I'm quitting my job, I don't then also like call the Proud Boys in to like hang out in the lobby, you know, and just
Oh my
talk to
God.
them.
Did y'all see that like whiny crybaby screed about like we don't need proud women, we need women to be women and to have
That was
babies.
great,
Please stop trying to infiltrate our movement.
Yeah, it had that fucking like 2013 Reddit ass like, yeah, get back in the kitchen where you belong, girls. It's like, oh,
I just,
buddy,
like,
buddy.
There are days when I think it's hopeless, but then I just watch them eat each other. And it just reminds me like what a short shelf life fascism really has.
I mean, that's the thing, you know. Much like capitalism, it has to be under constant crisis to survive. Which you know is bad if you're living in it, but as long as it remains a fucking stupid subculture, it's pretty funny, you know.
Like, are we sure? Are we sure these are the people who like have the advantage in a civil war? Are we sure?
That's the thing, right? Are you gonna be are you gonna be claiming to be fucking genetically superior when I mean with that haircut?
Like,
come on.
Yikes. And I mean like I was reading some Bo the Fifth column tweets and stuff, and
Again,
Bo seems to do what?
I'm flattered.
Oh yeah.
My name is Bo. Get it?
No, I got
all
it.
right, yeah.
No, I followed, and that's good.
Don't
no,
yes and me, motherfucker. Whatever. Fine. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kiss me on the lips.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is anybody there?
Kiss me on the lips. Whatever. Fine. Yeah. Just tell me. Yeah. Fucking go for it. Whatever. Fine.
So
just like Bo's horny on the podcast again.
Gotta pull my newspaper
fucking
out.
sack havers, God
Down, Bo, down. God. Sit in your beanbag. Don't move. Recording a goddamn podcast. Was reading a Bo the Fifth column, some Bo the Fifth column tweets, and Bo was talking about, thank you, Bo, was talking about how like if the Pentagon doesn't care, then he's not really super concerned. And it did remind me that this is probably, we also watched Doctor Strangelove the other night, and it just feels like I'm in a very surreal headspace where it's like, oh right, our domestic policy is much more determined by the U.S. military, by the Pentagon, by the Department of Defense, than anything that anybody that we can vote for, that we can vote to represent us will ever have a say in. It's kind of strange, I guess is not the perfect word for it, but it's interesting to think about, interesting to kind of re-examine all of this stuff, and certainly in terms of our the terrorism that we've done, foreign and domestic, against citizens, against our own citizens, against citizens of other countries. Like that is coming from a set of people who will never be, we'll never have a say over whether or not we want them to have their jobs or what priorities we want them to have.
I mean, yeah. What am I supposed to do about Biden's fucking Department of Defense appointee? Right?
Yeah.
Like I didn't vote for the guy.
Well-
I didn't choose. Hey, yeah, let have this fucking Raytheon board member be your be your war dude. But
Come on, Biden. You know you wanna.
I mean, I would have nominated myself, but
Yeah, it's just one of those things that like it's tempting to like want to boil it down to like a straight A to B narrative about who calls the shots, but like, does the Defense Department call the shots? Does Capital call the shots for the Defense Department, or is it just like a systemic cycle that doesn't really have any individual or even individuals who are really running it? It's just kind of
yeah.
metastable, you know.
I mean, yeah. You say
Right.
I was gonna say circle
Yeah.
jerk, but cycle is a much better way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
well,
the
no,
same
circle
thing.
jerk is a good way.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of it being the defense, department, is that
Yeah.
there's a lot of offices in that building, and it does not come down to one person. There's not one person in charge. We don't have a grand field marshal of the United States Army who makes all the calls. The president is the commander in chief, but the president doesn't really make the calls for when we do things. For the most part, as much as Obama said that he that he determined that they were gonna take the shot on Osama bin Laden, like that's not exactly.
Which
Could
yeah,
he have
for the
stopped
record,
them if he, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for this podcast's official stance is the extra legal assassination of Osama bin Laden was an act of gamerphobia. They found Counter-Strike on his fucking laptop after they got him, and honestly, I think they knew previously and acted gamerphobically, specifically by therefore, whereas Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
incel-phobic.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being real,
also
like,
incel-phobic,
very
100%. Yeah.
yeah. Like, I mean,
Incel-phobia kills folks.
didn't he have
It's right
like
there.
didn't he have like 7 gigs of Bible Black or some shit? I don't know.
I know that he
He
had a lot
better
of
have.
porn or something.
I'm not even like joking. Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, he's a man of culture.
I'm too drunk for this shit.
That's why we got fucking Everclear on tap here in the garage. It's just gasoline. Don't tell him. All right. So
What was that?
Not
What?
just.
What?
I
It's
mean,
just
there's some
gasoline.
LSD in it, but,
yeah, it's just gasoline and LSD. The house blend.
The house blend.
Yeah.
Yeah. We keep the house blend.
And we still charge $5.99 a glass. It's a fucking scam.
God. God. Yeah. So it's even less detached from, like, we don't even know how far this has gone either. Like, this is an interesting failure in a case study of an interesting failure in this tool being used so universally and having like a very simple backdoor that these people can get into and have exfiltrated a massive supposedly a massive amount of data from, and in the way that we build our computer security systems in the US. This affected
Yeah.
a lot of massive companies that did not have their stuff done right, and this is kind of the thing that we talked about when we were talking about the CyberSyn. We were reading Project CyberSyn, and the way that we develop technology. We talk about that all the time. Like, everyone just kind of does whatever, and we rely on outdated tools because it's too expensive for these massive companies to move to something newer that is built better, that has better security. So this has just been a long time coming, and blaming Russia for it is calculated and also insanely stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing for like a fucking private company to have their security software, because I'm no expert on this, God knows. Their security software outsourced to some fucking other company, right? But you would think that, like, I don't know, government organizations would maybe have that shit be a little more proprietary, at least like marginally so,
or have
so
some,
that like
have some fucking
Yeah.
VLANs. Like, you only have 1 or 2 internet facing computers, and none of your actual like records computers are internet facing.
Yeah, have like just a fucking guy who has to like manually get everything from the internet and put it on the network. And there you go. I solved your fucking cyber problems. That'll be $500,000.
Hey Mark, can I get some fucking cat videos this week? Or
No,
is that
only
no?
pornography. We're a
Damn.
family company.
It's kind of weird now because like these like big privacy invasion, cybersecurity breaches. Now, I kind of think of them weirdly in the same way that I think of like war, in the sense that like it's just something that happens in America now. I'm
It's
so numb
abstract,
to
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like it just happens so often that I don't even register it as not normal anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like paying rent, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I
like-
guess. It's normal.
It's like
This is what I do to exist.
there's Marvel movies, there's security breaches, and we bomb Syria. That's just what we do. Yeah.
Are you gonna trust that company with your information? I mean, is there an alternative?
Like really?
Yep. Well, and speaking of companies that we just kind of I guess have just accepted how terrible they are, Apple has had one of their had one of their plants in India receive about $7 million of damage to it during the protests. There
Oh
are
no,
two
poor babies.
there are two headlines here that I wanna read through to kind of show the two sides of how this is being covered. The first one is going to be from the Wall Street Journal. Indian iPhone factory apologizes to workers for mishandling wages. Angry workers had damaged a Wistron assembly plant, which Apple has since put on probation for violating its code of conduct. So thank you, Apple. Round of applause, everybody, for Apple doing the bare minimum after the crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
This much
Thank God for the job creators.
yeah, this much more based article from scmp.com this week in Asia. Wistron's Apple factory in India committed serious violations of labor laws, report finds. Exploitative practices such as wage underpayments, irregular hours, and poor working conditions were common at the plant. The report also found that the Taiwanese-run firm did not have enough staff to manage its 10,500 workers. This Apple plant has
That's an insane amount of workers, by the way. What the fuck?
they have more workers than Uber, I think.
Yeah. Jesus.
Uber had 26,000 workers. So
That's
okay,
a quick
so
Google search, man. Congrats.
thank you.
Yeah.
I bitch at Xfinity enough for my internet to work most of the time.
The fastest index fingers in the West.
Honestly. Damn, Bo's internet died though. I sucked it all up making that fast Google search.
God
It had to happen to somebody else, right?
Yeah. Every fucking week it happens. No, this is half of Uber Eats in one factory that committed serious labor law violations.
Right.
This also is only just now filtering over to the US this week. This happened 3 weeks ago.
There we go.
That's ridiculous.
This is only like one facet of like the huge general strike that's going on over there, right? Though,
Yeah,
like-
because they refuse to cover it because
Because I've been following it in broad strokes, but like it's hard for something that large to be like on top of the actual details. You know?
Y'all want to hear something incredibly fucking stupid on my part, which I'm only realizing lately, but and not to dox myself, but the fucking intersection by my house, there's a I think it's like an old fucking like auto repair shop or something. It's all shuttered, all boarded up, and on the boards is graffiti that literally says "Long live the People's War in India," and it's got a fucking hammer and sickle, right? And
yeah.
this has been there for a couple months now. I mean, granted, I wasn't leaving the house a lot for a few of those months, so it might have been there longer. But yeah, like, and for a while I was like, damn, I don't know what this is, and didn't even think to look into it. But yeah, just fucking thank you, random roadside graffiti, for being more informative than fucking just, I don't know, the news.
Yeah, than literally
I don't
the
know,
news.
man. Dude, sometimes people are more informed than what you would expect in America. Like it.
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
You know.
It's really fucking hard because.
Well, I mean, yeah, like when I was in the fucking when I was in the gas station bathroom not long after, and on the wall was for a good time called fucking 512 whatever. I
Yeah,
called
well,
them
it's
and
'cause you
I
put
had
your-
a good time.
Yeah, well, you did put up your own number there too, so you were.
Well,
hoping-
yeah, but I don't see what that has to do with it.
Oh, is that what I called? Is that what happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that was how we.
My
that's how we
direct
got you on
line.
the show. Yeah,
Well.
it's kind of hard to keep up. I've also been doing like mostly broad strokes. Like when we had the uprisings popping off here, when Minneapolis was burning, when every major city in the U.S. had a massive protest.
Yep.
I was following that as closely as I could, and Twitter did its best to silence it, to shut it down, to keep hashtags and stuff like from going too viral. But that I was much more connected to that. It was much easier to just
Right. I mean,
look up
the-
BLM, Houston protests, justice for George Floyd, and you would just see photos just like scrolling just constantly from things that were happening.
Right. Part of it is us, like, a product of American, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Part of it is just a product of like the American news system, just sort of not letting us be aware of things happening outside of the United States because there tends, if you do listen to the news
Toyotathon is
and-
happening, so there's
Right.
only so much airtime.
Right,
You
of
know?
course.
but like,
Well,
if
we
you
gotta
listen-
sell gold stocks, you know.
Yeah,
the
golden
Honda
catheters as it goes.
Honda
But in-
holiday event, their 5-minute
It's called
commercials.
Honda Days, Zach.
Honda Days. Come on,
We are a
Zach.
politically correct podcast. It's called Honda Days, all
The-
right?
the
But
one
in-
where they sorry Dennis, go ahead.
In other countries, there are actually like thriving left-wing parties, and beyond just the left-wing parties, beyond just like the social democrats and even farther left, there are actual left-wing and communist movements. They have been existing. So
Sure.
we don't get that news about them like protesting things like that because that might inspire people here in the United States. Of course, it all goes back to manufacturing consent, but Americans in general just have like since the beginning of this country haven't had an isolationist sort of idea of the United States existing as its own bubble until it needs resources or to spread democracy somewhere. So part of it is us not really looking out, but part of it is also just like we're kind of conditioned at this point to not really know much about the world outside of
Oh,
these
shit
doors.
about shit, yeah.
My mom
Well, I don't
still
want to think
We're
about
not.
how like people have to die so that I can have $1.50 a gallon gas. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
I don't even know what the fuck India is. Come on.
Well, because like
Yeah.
our news is always news. Like in fucking Palestine over the during all these protests, they had Black Lives Matter signs and they were marching in solidarity with the United or people protesting in the United States. Like that's one
Hell
that's
yeah.
beautiful and amazing and wonderful, but also it's like we are like we're in a weirdly unique bubble where we don't get that information. Even like when I saw that like fucking there is like this bootleg Japanese mascot called Cheeton.
Hmm.
Because like it's not like a real mascot, it's not a mascot for anything. But even like Cheeton had like a Black Lives Matter like weird like post. Cheeton is like a weird like punk rock sort of figure, so it wasn't too out of the ordinary, but it still just was like why don't we hear about news that's happening in other parts of the world? Oh wait, that's right. It's because if we did,
Because we're the only part of the
might
world that
start-
matters. You know,
if we
yeah.
did, people might start rising up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean they aren't afraid of the Hong Kong protests or the the yellow vests because the French are cowards and Hong Kong is fighting against China.
Yeah, and any protest where Ted Cruz shows up, I think you can pretty reliably assume,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's not going to be a huge threat.
I feel like the pot has been tainted after
Mm.
that.
Yeah, they're like that weird appropriation, like of like fucking Cubans as some kind of like exemplar of Latin America. Like, man, like there's a large Cuban population in Florida for the same reason there's a large German population in Argentina. Like, let's be real. Like, come on.
No, it is a well-known
Yeah.
fact. Other parts of Latin
Yeah.
America refer to the Cubans living in America as gusanos. It's not like even the people who are not communists do think that the Cubans who are living in America are fucking worms because
I mean, yeah,
Che
they're
is a
like
hero.
a bunch of real estate ghouls, you know,
Right.
like it's yeah.
Well,
No, you know, like like you know that joke about like white people like going on to 23andMe, like and saying like, oh well, I'm 2% African and shit. Like
Yeah.
I had a student from fucking Miami who like would always like play up his Cuban heritage to like, you know, like sort of give himself like some like I don't even know how you pronounce it spoken aloud because I don't fucking say it out of the internet ever, but I'd-Pol or id-Pol credit, and been like,
Yeah.
he went on 23andMe and he's like, oh, it turns out I'm like 99.8% European. I'm like, you don't fucking say, dude.
And it's all
Yeah, but-
Italian.
it's all Italian.
Yeah,
Mama
you
mia.
don't fucking say, man. Like, oh, like I'm sorry your fucking granddad supported Batista and lost his plantation slaves.
Well,
Or
you know what?
you.
The mafia was
Like-
bringing a lot of good jobs there, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw Godfather too. Come on.
But like more on that, like Chet is
Yeah.
considered a hero in all of Latin America. Like one of the most expensive
Yeah.
movies ever made was about Chet,
Yeah.
and it was part French, part American, and I think also like part of it was filmed in Mexico or with the Mexican Authority. Doesn't matter. It was also a huge hit in Cuba. It was one of the few Western films that they showed, and they were like they loved it. But yeah, Che is
It
a
turns
hero
out
to Latin
Che
America.
owns.
Che
Yeah.
owns, and the Gusanos whose grandparents ran away because they didn't want to give up their slaves and still think that there was like some sort of genocide in Cuba are just that they're worms.
Yeah.
I just want the Che film where it's like some Johnny Sins looking motherfucker.
It's fucking it's Chris Pratt.
Hey,
No,
look,
no.
I think if we're being like nuanced adults, we do need to recognize that like the Castro regime was very oppressive and unfair to like CIA agents living in Cuba, though.
Right.
Well, yeah,
we
'cause, I
do
mean,
need to be very fair to that.
There's no minority fucking more oppressed
Yeah.
than a minority of, you know, your W-2 comes straight from the government. Because fuck, I mean, like they have your info. You should just be able to fucking just take that out of my paycheck automatically. I don't want to fucking fill out a
All
form.
I'm saying is like you work 70 hours a week to set up the Bay of Pigs, right?
Yeah. You know, you roll fucking gunpowder into Castro's cigars, and
Yeah.
like for what? You know, come on.
And what? Oh, like he seduces you?
Yeah,
Goddamn,
he seduces
right?
me. Fucking, you know, we spend an amazing night in a villa overlooking the Caribbean, and then he just breaks my heart. Like, come on, man.
It's absurd. It's like he lived a movie where he got to be James Bond, but like where the villain.
Let's make that fucking movie, man. Yeah.
How could you ever make it better than the reality? I don't. Like,
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm just saying, like, it just seems to me that like Castro sets a bad example, right? Because like you try to teach the kids that, like, hey, you sometimes you lose more than you win. You know, like you get a little bit here, you get a little bit there, and like Castro's like he's dodging assassinations every week, and he's fucking CIA agents, and like
Yeah, he's the fucking Bugs Bunny of communism. It's great.
It's not fucking fair, dude.
Yeah,
We never
it's
win.
great.
We never get to win. He won all the goddamn time.
I mean, yeah, think like it's just such an L. Like the fucking United States, just it's a tiny, you know, fucking island the size of, I mean, shit, just about the size of Florida, right? And like, you know, so many fewer resources. Like we've embargoed them consistently for the better half of a century, and yet still they fucking just keep dunking on us. Like it's like we're fucking like 7 feet tall, like big old fucking Manute Bowl looking motherfucker, and we've got the fucking we got the fucking Lucky Charms guy running circles around us. It's hilarious.
The little kills me. He wasn't even like a fucking like hardcore communist. He was just like he was like a fucking social democrat. He's just like, hey, like maybe, you know, we could reform our system and maybe not be total tools for the Americans. And they tried to kill him, and he's like, all right, well, they tried to kill him, and he's like, okay, well, I guess it's real now.
I mean, that's the thing. Fucking just, broad
yeah.
strokes anti-imperialism. You're probably
Yeah.
going to step in a little bit of communism on the way, and
Yeah.
they were all the better for it, and continue to be. Shit. Let's move to Cuba, boys.
I'm the only thing keeping me is the fact that there are two things. My Spanish is terrible, and it's probably gonna sink in a little bit.
Spanish is like charmingly terrible. I think I could make that fly.
Bo,
I
it
have
would take
brown
like a
skin, it's
year
not
to
charming.
I don't think we would be allowed. I don't know of their video game policy, but a lot of like internet culture, media stuff is.
Oh goddamn! They
Not
probably let girls play games. I
technically.
don't want
Yeah.
that.
They let
Yep.
girls play.
I mean,
all
they
these
legally have
open
right?
gamer girls. This is getting too
I mean,
political.
Anyways, back to my pitch, which is some Johnny Sins looking motherfucker that's just railing guys and girls, and that's the Che
Okay,
biography
the thing is,
video.
in the Motorcycle Diaries, Gael Garcia Bernal plays Chet, and he is extremely handsome. So I think.
But does he rail
I'd fuck him. Yeah.
bimbos, himbos, and thimbos?
I mean, that probably wasn't filmed, but he has a whole Actually, we do know because he wrote the diaries. We know that he doesn't.
Damn.
He maybe just left it out.
Yeah, maybe
A gentleman does not kiss and tell. All right.
Even though
mostly.
it's his own. He was writing to himself.
Yeah, he
right
didn't
in
wanna
his
tell
journal.
himself.
He didn't want to. I'll never admit to myself.
Mhm.
Oh no. Well, good on you. Good on you, Cuba, for doing so well. I mean, congratulations to the to India. Your general strike. It's going well, even though we're only getting tidbits and pieces of it.
Mhm. I mean, communism is alive and well in many parts of India. I said it before we did the recording, but
Yeah.
there are many small villages that are communist, and it's actually very beneficial for them. Indian politics is very complicated. So if you want to try and teach me about it, please do, because I want to know more.
Yeah. I mean, not to just fucking like my whole understanding of it is at the highest level, it's kind of the same reactionary wave of like the mid 2010s, that we've seen elsewhere, right?
Yes.
In terms of like Modi's presidency.
Right. It's very Islamophobic.
Yeah, also that, literal like purges of Muslims throughout the country, which is not great. I'll say that.
Modi's claim to fame was like a near genocide of Muslims.
Yeah, fucking Hindu nationalism, so that's cool. And then that's about it. So any headline where I see the name Modi and don't see the word assassinated, I think is not going to be great. But fucking I'm sure there's some other good news coming out of India.
As an American, I really don't like any political narrative where I don't get to be the good guy against a bad guy. So
where you don't get to just Jack Ryan yourself in there.
It's a dumb fucking action movie thing where like halfway through it's like, wait a sec, the Muslims are the good guys? Whoa. and then it's it's the Mummy actually after that point. It's just the Mummy set in South Asia.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's actually wait, okay. I'm on board with this.
We need a fucking square-headed handsome himbo to fucking I don't know.
Just a big boy. Big
the
big
emphasis
boy.
I can't emphasize this enough. He needs to be American, obviously, because only we are the only people in the planet allowed to be protagonists.
Yeah, we need another Nathan Fillion,
sorry,
basically.
Yeah.
The universe needs another Nathan Fillion. The universe does not need another Nathan Fillion.
No.
We have too many of them. We've done too many franchises with these.
I can honestly just do with fewer Canadians in general.
Absolutely, correct. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I think that just about wraps that up. I guess let's take a couple minutes here, and for everybody on the main episode that isn't going to hear our deep intellectual takes on the stimulus bills. Let's just take a minute and let's figure out what we think our $600 is going to go to
retroactively. That's the word. My landlord called me and he was like, "Hey, Bo, you handsome and cool guy. All that rent you paid the fucking last few months. First of all, I'm going to get that back to you. I apologize. Second of all, this month it's gonna be just $600, just flat, no extra charges, and I'll throw in a case of beer for you too. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. And I was like, yeah, man, great, cool. And here we are today.
Then you woke up from your dream.
Yeah, and my sheets were fucking soaked, but that's neither here nor there. Don't dig too much into that.
There's a lot of ways to interpret that. Yeah.
Don't dig into it, I said. All right? There's no need for interpretation.
I just implied.
There's no need for interpretation or implication, all right? Yeah. No cations of any sort. Unless it's a vacation, in which case, yeah, let's fucking party.
But I think we just all want to know about the wedge. Anyways, so here you are today after getting your case of beer, all of your money back, and your stimulus check.
Yeah. So anyway, what are you fucking nerds gonna get with you $600, huh? You gonna start a small business, bootstrap yourselves?
No, I found a listing for the Vigor Corona eStim urethral insert with power box. It's a electrical, it's a sounding rod that sends electrical pulses down it. It's $105.99. I'm just gonna buy 6 of those.
Yeah, so you said it's the Vigor whatever electrostim Corona, right? This is that vaccine they're talking about?
Yeah, this is the vaccine. I'm buying.
Yeah, you just jam it up your dick hole and bada bing, bada boom, it's right back to the bars. Okay, cool. Yeah, fuck.
Just a little bit of electroshock sounding, and you're perfect.
I mean, which, honestly, probably one of the more efficient ways to charge your phone, if I'm being candid
and
here.
It runs off of 3 AAA batteries. This is a
only 3 AAA batteries. This is one of those TENS units, but for your dick, isn't it, Dennis?
No, it's literally a TENS unit, but you stick it into your pee
fucking Radio Shack ass fetish gear. Goddamn.
Look, I'm really only interested in one thing.
Yeah.
In Cyberpunk, how big are your hogs?
Too big for the Corona Extenso Electro Stimmy boy. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just saying, y'all got a shot at greatness.
Talk about a stimulus package, huh? Fuck, man.
Oh man, a stimulus package. It's
I
get cash.
Oh, I get it because it works on several levels. I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, look at the fucking link for this. If you at home, dear viewer, want to follow along, look up Vigor Corona eStim urethral insert with power box. Said power box. Oh my god, I was joking about the Radio Shack look.
No,
but this fucking thing is so goddamn, this is like something you get in a fucking airplane magazine. This is great. This rules.
It literally says handheld power box on it.
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think the little gold baubles on the end, pretty tasteful.
Yeah. Just imagine that at the end of your dick hole.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And then just imagine, I don't know how many volts, enough volts just going right through there.
I mean, that's the thing, right? You just need enough.
Yeah, you just need enough.
This is what I use to keep on my feet during my fucking 80-hour work week at the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah, just like
there we go. Hook it up to an app.
Ooh.
Look, we can talk a lot of shit about CD Projekt Red, but look how they're forwarding the conversation. Look how it's
exactly. Yeah, this is the
Cyberpunk
penis 3 that the game deprived us of.
Yeah,
this is hog discourse as it was meant to be.
I played Cyberpunk once, and now I'm into electro sounding.
Yep, cyber sounding, if you will.
Yeah, I need electrical pulses to go right down my pee-pee hole.
Yep. God. But if you just set up a lightning rod right in the end of your cock and just fucking laid out in a storm and waited.
What if you were fucking your partner with this also, do you think it'll shock them too?
Probably. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like you
I mean,
both get
I'm
the
not like,
shot.
an
Well, hold on,
electrician or
hold on,
anything,
how big is their cyber hog though?
yeah.
It's true.
Shit,
Mm.
actually, I mean, if you get enough fucking guys in a line with these, like, you could power the whole country.
Yeah.
Oh, is it like that
This-
thing where
this
like
is the
everybody's
Green New
holding
Deal,
the same
alright?
copper wire? Yeah, like
Yeah, exactly. This is the
Yeah.
Green New Deal right here. Like, just make sure at the end of the line you got one guy with his dick in the ground, so the current's grounded. But other than that, I mean, it seems absolutely safe.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
It's got 4.5 stars.
yeah. With 2 reviews, let's read them. It's one of those podcasts now.
Oh,
Michael
boy.
O says, "More info needed. I love the power box. However, it would have been nice to have some kind of information with it." And Michael, you know what? I think I can speak for all of us when I say I agree. I would love more information about this. Raymond G says, "Best cumulative I've had in. Best cumulative I've had in a long time. Crazy feeling of being sacked and sucked." And Raymond, we thank you for your service. The Vigor Corona Eastim urethral insert with power box specifications. Brought to you by ExtremeRestraints.com. Go to an old episode of My Brother, and Me for promo codes on that.
Well, that's why I
Does it
use
still work?
Skillshare.
Well, yeah, Skillshare for all your fitting stuff in your dickhole needs.
Mm-hmm. You learn how to do it.
Use the code Psychic Dolphin Dickhole now to get a free, I don't know,
Dick hole
8
garage.
years. 8 years of Skillshare for free if you use the passphrase Psychic Dolphin Dickhole.
Living in a cyberpunk dystopia isn't that bad if it's this funny.
It's great. It's great.
Oh, yeah,
The
it's
more the
wonderful.
merrier, I say.
I also want to do want something for our promo code sacked and sucked.
Oh,
Yeah, put
What?
fucking sacked and sucked into the, I don't know, like New York Times coupon code. See what
I
happens.
genuinely have no idea if that's a real thing.
Oh no.
Well, I'm going to keep just scrolling Newegg to see if any of the components between $550 and $650 are ever going to come back in stock.
Now, see, for Newegg, that's all cock cages. That's what that
Yeah.
website is, right?
Is that the
Yes.
thing where you jam the thing up your thing? And, like,
No, you put your thing in the thing, and then you just you
And
click
then you
it.
crank it.
Okay.
Well, it does
So
make
what
a
you're
click
saying
noise,
is-
so.
What you're saying is I don't get to jam anything up my dick hole.
No,
And,
I mean
like,
you
that's
could.
like-
There are fucking cages like that. But
I don't know. I don't know. Now I feel like you're patronizing me, though.
But no, but you know what? You know what the thing is? You pay
What?
extra. That's how they get you.
You gotta pay.
Yep.
No,
You gotta pay extra.
alright,
That sounding aspect is a premium, So, it's the way she goes, boys. It's the way she
Uh-huh.
goes.
Yeah, I hear you. I got you.
Well, I think
You sound so defeated.
I'm extremely tired. I'm going to go right to bed after this. I do not know why. I really hope that I am not sick, because that would suck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Not before Christmas.
God, no, please not before Christmas. But anyways, I think that just about covers our episode. If you've made it this far, then you're a true comrade. We want to thank you for sticking around. So we'd like to thank all of our patrons, but especially Scott for contributing to our dialectical tier. And we'd like to thank Abby, Spencer, and Tim for contributing to our Devil's Advocate tier. Y'all have paid us Christmas disbursements. I was able to send Christmas disbursements to everyone.
Yeah, literally done more for us than the United States government. So
honestly.
fucking bravo. Like,
Yeah.
Thank you all very much.
Yeah, and thank you so much for this is not our last episode before the end of the year, I don't think. We have one more, so I guess we'll do our Christmas thank you then. But in the meantime, remember you can find us on all the social media accounts. Remember to check out our subreddit and our Twitch streams. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're moving Minecraft to midweek Minecraft instead of Minecraft Monday. So don't miss that stream.
we still
Jay,
doing Among Us Tuesday?
no.
Ugh,
We
fuck,
are doing
fine.
a thing. I'll tell y'all afterwards. Anyways.
All right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We'll-
Jay,
yeah.
what
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug? Is there a creator that you listen to regularly that you would like to plug? Anything like that?
Oh my God. If you were a creator, would you want to be associated with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
After
By
this,
virtue of us, having you on the podcast, but yes.
No, you
Generally.
guys are absolute fools to have me at all.
Was this a bit? What do we fucking jackass circa 2002? Come on, nah. When you're in the garage, you're in here, hopefully intentionally.
Oh, you know what? Actually, no. My, the comic book page that my bro runs, the Watchtower on Facebook. Look that up. There you go.
Hell yeah.
there you go.
Mhm.
There we go.
That's a plug. Well,
There we go.
Thank you, Jay, for coming. We have shit posted with Jay for a couple years. I thought that it would be really fun to come on the show,
Thank you,
and as it
Boo-Boo.
turns out, you know what? I think
It was indeed.
we had a blast. We got finger blasted. We did some various types of
We're
blasting.
all up together in a sounding square, just fucking, dicks and butts, fingers and butts, sucking down on farts.
It's
Loads
Oh
of
yeah,
fun.
it's disgusting. It's gross.
it's a hypercube is what it is.
It's a circle jerk hypercube. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Yeah, baby. Bye.
Bye.
Howdy, y'all. Don't forget to follow our link tree in the show notes to discover new things like our Discord, social media platforms, and all the places where you can listen to our podcast. Word of mouth is the best way to introduce us and other leftist creators to friends, family, coworkers, your AA buddies. Community is about more than hot takes online. And if you want to support our efforts, you can donate to us at patreon.com/psychicdolphingarage, which is spelled how it sounds. Hope to see you on the stream tonight. Enjoy this music by JJ Demon.
How the fuck I still got a full head of hair? Not a single gray. Fuck the cops, family first, every single day. Bringing a charm when I ring the alarm. My arms got a box cutter and sticky. We gotta abolish ice, we gotta abolish ice, abolish it. No need to apologize, the Holocaust abolishes. For no reason we colonize the land and put up monuments. Dope needles, dollar signs, the globe stands in astonishment. I hope there'll be a punishment. I really wanna get bloody. I really wanna stand in judgment of anybody taking money from anybody in the struggle. Anybody on a budget. Poor people getting 10 to 20 for some dumb shit. Corporations incorporating a bloodlet. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words, this coup will not be bloodless. Mark my fucking words.